What is going on, guys? TeammateSwift22 here. Welcome to my 6th devlog about my FPS game. If you haven't seen the last videos, you can find them on my channel. And before I start, I just want to say I haven't been working on the game recently, so sorry this video took so long to come out. Let's get started. So one of the first things I worked on was changing my weapon variable to an enum instead of just a boolean, because if I go back into my old blueprint here, you can see that I had to set each boolean, which made everything not really work so well. So now I have this enum system, which as you can see is a lot cleaner, and it's not as hard on the computer. I also changed the spawning system that I made to use an enum instead of just a bunch of variables. This makes it a lot better for spawning enemies. And it just makes it a lot easier on the computer because it's not running everything through the level blueprint, and instead it's just running it in the spawn blueprint right there. What you're looking at now is the first version of a bunny hopping mechanic that I was implementing. So the first version, if you just move forward and jumped, as you see me doing here, then you would maintain your speed and then it would increase a little bit. The one problem with this was that it screwed up the system of movement that I had before, where if you're moving diagonally, your speed is increased. So I had to do a little bit of troubleshooting, but I finally got both systems to work, and you can see that here. So as you can see here, this is one of the first versions of a level that I was working on. As you can see, I'm still using some of the older models, but I did make this new cliff model, so then it just makes the edges of the world look a lot better. It's not just a smooth white surface. As you can see, I'm still using some of the default textures and things that I made, and this building that I'm coming up to now isn't really finished. It's still a work in progress, or it was at this point. There's no roof or anything like that, no lighting on the inside, but there is this lava texture that I made, but it doesn't really fit the theme. So as you can see, I changed it up a little bit later. And then I also have this elevator that I made. It's really easy to do. It only took about a minute. And I'm just using just the default texture that comes with Unreal Engine 4. As you can see here, I created a Toon shader for my level. This is it with it on, and then it's very customizable, so I can change how many levels there are. This is it without and with it on. And I can change how many colors there is in the world, how bright or how dark everything is. It's very customizable, and as you can see, it still retains a lot of the reflections that I have in my world. They're a little bit messed up, but it still looks okay. This is it without, and then with. But it definitely looks a lot better once I have all the torches and everything that I had made in my previous level. This is what my game looks like currently. It's definitely come a long way from the empty levels of the original, and I definitely have a lot more weapons and a lot more assets in the game. It just looks a lot better. As you can see, I have some platforming areas here. There's no enemies inside this area, but it definitely does show off the new Toon shader that I've added. So thank you guys for watching this video. Sorry it is pretty much like a month behind schedule. I really didn't mean for that to happen. I just haven't really been working on the game, as I said in the beginning. That's going to change though. I'm going to be going back to a regular schedule, hopefully. So thanks for sticking with me, and for all the new people who have joined my channel, thank you. It's really nice to see that I've gotten a bunch more subscribers since the last video. So subscribe for more content like this. If you want any specific tutorials then comment them down below. The next one I'm going to be making is weapon switching. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and thanks for sticking with this project.